For Drunken Charleston, we're going to start in our side-by-side position, and we're going to have the leader switch to follows footwork, and we'll go over that in just a moment. So if we start with leaders rock stepping on the right, we're going to do a kick. So the first half of a Charleston basic, we're going to cross over to our left, and we're going to kind of fall into that step. So it's going to bring the follow with. So here we go. Rock, step, kick, cross. So I kind of fall into it, and I'm just bringing my right arm with me as it's connected to her. It'll pull her over as well. Okay? Then we do a rock step on the other side and a kick cross. And we just continue to repeat. Do kick cross. Kick cross. Alright, leaders, to get into Drunken Charleston footwork or to switch to the follows footwork, we have to do a special kind of transition at the end of our Charleston basic in order to rock step on our right foot. So that transition is going to look like this. We're going to go rock, step, kick, and step, step, rock, step. So now I'm rock stepping on my right. So from the back, looks like this. Rock, step, kick, and step, step, rock, step. And with counts, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So the trick for the transition is to not make the follow feel anything different. So you want to make sure that when we're doing this Charleston basic, we have this nice pulse. We continue that the entire time, even with that transition step. So to her, it won't feel like we're doing anything different. In order to get out of Drunken Charleston, anytime we do a rock step on the right foot, we're going to go into just a regular Charleston basic with follows footwork. So we're going to do kick, step, kick. And then we're both doing follows footwork, and we have to do that transition, but in reverse in order to go back to leaders footwork.
So double step at the end.
Yep.
So the leaders could also do that double step right after completing Drunken Charleston. So when you're on a right leg side, leaders, and you do that rock step, and you go into a basic step, you could do your step right on the first one. So if we show that, we're doing Drunken Charleston, and then when Mark's ready to do a transition out of that, he'll go rock step, kick, step, and back to normal Charleston.
All right, so the Drunken Charleston pattern with the transition in and the transition out will look like this. Rock, step, kick.
So we're doing our regular Charleston.
Rock, step, kick. And now we're going to transition to follows footwork. Step, rock, step. We go straight in.
Here's our Drunken Charleston right here. And when we're on a right leg side, we'll transition back.
And we'll go right out.
When we're doing Drunken Charleston together, it's important for me as a follow that the leader is really clear about those transitions from side to side. So as Mark was saying, he does want to pull me just enough off balance here on this cross that I have to do another rock step, and I have to do another rock step because my weight is just falling backwards. So that's really the key to leading this move as opposed to a regular Charleston move. Next, we're going to learn tandem kickaways. This is really similar to our kickaway Charleston as well as our pancake Charleston. So our footwork for this move is a kick and kick step.
Before we put the footwork in the move, we're going to just go through the mechanics. With this one, we're actually going to bring our arm over her shoulder. We're going to send her this way. Then we're going to bring the other arm up, go back this way, bring the other arm up, like that. For the tandem kickaways, with the footwork, we're going to start as soon as we do the rock step. So we're going to go rock step, and we're going to turn to the right on that kick step.
And we're going to go right into this position on that very first kick. So leads, that means you got to get that arm up there on her shoulder before you do the kick. So during the rock step, as Mark said, rock step, kick step.
All right. Then we're going to do our kick and kick step, and we're going to turn 180. So we're going to go
kick this way, kick this way.
Step. All right. Then we're going to do the same kick and kick step and turn 180 again. Kick and kick step.
So we have a double kick on each of those. The first one goes the direction we're already facing, and then the goes the opposite way. A kick and a kick step, kick and kick, kick and kick, a double kick.
All right, to get out of tandem kickaways, anytime that we're going to kick with our left foot, that's an opportunity to transition back to tandem. So rock, step, kick, and kick, step, kick, and kick, step. Okay, we just did a kick step with our left foot. We're going to use this as our transition step. So we're going to send her out in front of us, but we're not going to go with her like we would normally. So we're going to go kick, step, rock, step. Okay, and bring her in front of you so that she can do the rest of the tandem basic.
And that's on the right leg kick, not the left leg kick.
Right, we just did a left leg kick.
Right foot and left foot and right foot transitions, and then back to normal tandem Charleston. So once you turn to the right, you're using that right leg, stay turned that direction, and finish up a Charleston basic. Our next move in tandem Charleston, we call it a 180 because we're just going to switch sides. To learn this one, we're going to start actually apart from each other and learn it as a solo movement. So Mark's going to stand over here. And remember, we're both using left leg. And we just want to trade sides with each other. So Mark's going to go along the front of me and I'll go along the back. We have a rock, step, kick, and kick, step. Rock, step, kick, and kick, step. Rock, step, kick, double kick. Rock, step, kick, double kick. And you'll see we use that double kick to do our traveling. And we're just doing a little bit of a pass by on that double kick and then turning all the way before we start the next Charleston basic. So now with a partner, leaders, you have to be really clear with the traveling of this move. We find that if you make your movement really small, your follow is going to have a tough time doing this 180 with you. But if you add a little bit more traveling and stay nice and low, she should be following with you. Kick, double kick, rock, step, kick, double kick. You'll see Mark keeps swinging those arms, so I know what we're doing. Kick, and kick. Last, we're going to learn a he goes, she goes move for tandem Charleston. We're going to keep that same Charleston footwork, but Mark's going to bring himself over my head like this and place himself in front of me. And you'll see we switch our hands so that Mark's hands are on top of mine. The she goes part of this, he's going to take this same arm up, but now it goes over his head, and I'll come around to the front. So we recommend just trying sort of this up and over motion here before you add in the footwork.
On the he goes, she goes, it's really important that you don't get too tight when you're actually doing the turn.
Yep.
So you need to stay pretty loose here, but I stay connected to her palm, so I don't go so loose that I fall off. I still push against her hands, just a hair. And then I come up with this arm, and I kind of rotate under that one. And then I do the same thing for her when I'm bringing her in front. This arm comes up, and it's more that she's rotating around that one, or underneath that one. And I'm using her left arm to kind of guide her in her spin as she comes around. So that'll make it a little bit easier to get her to turn when she's behind you. Okay, with footwork, we're going to do a basic, and we're going to do he goes, then we're going to do she goes, and then finish it off with a basic.
Another piece of advice on the he goes, she goes for tandem, the leader is doing all of the movement. So you'll notice when Mark goes, he's not expecting me to know what he's doing and take over leading. So he has to do all the movement in bringing himself in front of me, and I just stay in place. And then on the she goes, watch Mark, he's going to back up out of my way so that that turn is nice and easy for me. One more move for this lesson. We're going to take a move you should already know, the tuck turn. And hopefully by now you've learned both an 8 count and a 6 count variation of the tuck turn. And we're just going to add in our Charleston footwork. So we have our round rock step, and then our kick step, and that's our compression on the kick step. And then we'll
step.
A rock step, kick, and kick step. Now to do that 6-count variation of the tuck turn, we're going to use rock step and then 2 kick steps. So a rock step, kick step, just like our other Charleston moves that are 6 counts. We have a rock step, kick step. The biggest difference with the 6-count tuck turn, the leaders need to bring that arm down a little bit faster. That doesn't necessarily mean more forcefully, just faster and earlier in the turn, so that I know to make it a 6-count turn and put down that foot. Rock step, kick step. Our pattern for this lesson, it's a little bit longer than most of our patterns, but I think this is a pattern that you will be able to use social dancing regularly, and hopefully by now you're going out dancing.
Here we go. Here we're going to do that transition step. We're going to do Drunken Charleston, and when I'm on our right foot, we're going to transition back to our regular footwork.
Good, now we're going to do an interesting transition here. We have a 6-count Charleston tuck turn into our 4-count tuck turn into Tandem Charleston. From here, we're going to do our tandem kickaways. And when we're on the right side, we transition back to normal Tandem Charleston. And we're going to do our 180. Do a couple of those. Back to regular Tandem Charleston. And we're going to use our tandem he goes, she goes. He goes first. We'll do a basic in between. And then she goes. And back to regular tandem. Now from here, we're going to do that overhead turn into pancake Charleston that we've done in another lesson. Then from here, you have to transition back to kick away Charleston and into our regular Charleston. Here's pattern number 2 for this lesson. A rock step kick, a kick, and a kick. And a second one kick. Here's our 4-count turn to Tandem Charleston. And we're going to do 1 basic and then into our kick away tandem. Kick and kick, kick and kick, kick and kick. And we're going to transition back to regular tandem and do a couple basics here. And from here we're going to do our tandem yo-yo. Kick, kick, and back. And then we have our overhead turn to pancake Charleston. A kick and kick, kick and kick. We're going to make a transition back to side-by-side Charleston. And from here, we're going to use that 8-count Charleston tuck turn. Here we go. Rock step,